Okay, so how do I merge components? By this question, I think you either have one of two questions that you're trying to answer. One is you probably have an assembly that you want to make into a single part file, or the second is that you have multiple solid bodies that you want to combine. I'll be answering both these questions for you. Well, first, let me open up my assembly and show you how to turn this into a part. So what I've created here is a simple assembly. It's just got a shaft, a pulley, and a key. But I don't want to deal with this as an assembly anymore. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go down to Save As. Now at Save As, there's either the assembly, which is what you would normally save an assembly file as, but you can make it into a part. And there's also a lot of other options, but today we're just going to be dealing with the part. Now in here you have a couple different options again. Geometry to save, external faces, external components, and all components. In this case, we're probably going to want to go with all components because it's going to make these into dumb blocks, essentially. Or external faces. External components in this case, since we can see all the components from the three-dimensional space all around it, it's really the same thing as all components. So let me rename this part, and that'll save this assembly out as a single part file. So let me open that for you. So what I have now is a shaft, a pulley, and a keyway, but nothing explains how I actually got there. They're just dumb blocks or geometry. Now maybe I want to take these and make them into a single solid body. Now to do this, you can either go to Insert, Features, and go down to Combine, which will combine all the different bodies I click on here. And I can click Add, but another easy way to get to this is to highlight the solid bodies right here, and right click and go down to Combine. Now in this case I want to actually add them together. I don't want to subtract them from each other, and I don't want to take the common geometry that they share. I just want to add them. So this makes these three dumb blocks with a combine feature into one solid body. Now I can right click on this and I can say Insert into New Part. So I can call this whatever. Now I have a single piece of geometry that encompasses my entire assembly. It's just one solid body, which can be a very secure way to kind of share information with people maybe outside of your company, or for whatever reason that you have going on. Now I also want to show you what the external faces is. So I've already prepared this. So right here you have 4 faces, but when we split this, you'll notice that these are not solid bodies at all. It's just the external faces, which is another way to kind of create kind of a secure way to send information or load less data, whichever. It's another option you can explore. But there is one thing we cannot do, and that is if we wanted to combine the solid bodies together, but they don't actually physically interconnect in our three-dimensional space here, it's going to make it very hard to combine these. Well, actually, it'll make it impossible, because you click on these 3 here, and then you say combine, and it gives you rebuild errors, because they do not intersect. They're disjointed solid bodies. So if you run across that error, that means your solid bodies are not physically connected.